name's Theo, Theo Christian, and I'm 47 years old.
I'm Pete Clifford. I'm also 47 years old.
And how long have you been living here?
Here in Walthamstow, what, nearly 2 years?
We've been living here together for 2 years, but we've owned this flat for about 14 or so. And I've lived here for on and off between times.
And how do you get involved in football?
Firstly, I was involved from when I actually was at school, from secondary school more so. I just got really into it, and because I was really not very good when I first got into football, I decided that the best thing to do was, when I started my first job, was to actually form my own five-a-side teams. So then I would actually get to play in my own team. So basically then, like, friends I work with and people, we just used to go and play, and that's kind of my ethic has always been since that age of 16, that anybody can play as long as you can help me make a team where I can play in. So that's where I got started off from.
They're the same with you?
No, quite different really. I never played very much at school apart from the usual kind of in the park kind of stuff. I was never involved in a school team or anything like that. We did have a really good school team, and it was quite hard to get into that team, and I didn't really belong to the clique of people either. And I think that might be the experience of quite a lot of gay people, is that when they begin to realise that they don't quite fit in at school, that they get marginalised a little bit and they don't get into that kind of team sports with the same opportunities that other people sometimes do. Maybe it's different now, that was a long time ago, but I'm not the kind of generation to be able to answer that one. But from then, I joined the Gay Football Supporters Network, which in those days wasn't a playing organisation at all. It was just the people who supported a football team and wanted to get together and talk about football and maybe go to games together and what have you. They used to have a national get-together, they still do, and at one point, when the national get-together was held in Brighton, which was where Theo was, it was decided there to put jumpers for goalposts, let's have a little bit of a kickabout for fun. And that kind of sowed the seed, I think, that people from there thought, well, why don't we play as well? And then some people in London had the idea from GFSN to start doing that in Regent's Park, and Neil Caulfield was the first chap who got involved in that, and he got people together and started having a kickabout there. And that was over 10 years ago now, and I went along and played with them for quite a long time. And it really opened things up. There were lots of people joined in, and it was such a great atmosphere. Everybody was always enjoying it, and it wasn't very serious. You could have a bit of fun with people rather than concentrating that much about winning the game. And that's really how I got involved, and it went from there to there, and eventually led to the forming of the National Gay League.
So did you have any time for clubbing?
Yeah, kind of, because you made time to go out anyway, because it was, I think we've both been very social kind of people in our upbringing, so to speak, and so we've always gone out, and also you had to do a lot of going around to clubs and pubs, especially because when I was in Brighton, we actually then decided to try and form a team from the South Coast, and of course Brighton very much more of an older people's place for older men to go, and also it was very much a holiday destination for a lot of gay men, so it was very hard to get a little core of people who were at the age where they played football or they liked football. So of course, to promote it, we used to go around to all the bars and put posters up and everything. So myself, Dave Nash and Matthew Major co-founded the Brighton football team, and then from there it was kind of like we just had a five-a-side team, a little bit of a joke if we went to mainly it was for the GFSN get-togethers. We tried to get a team for that, and then all of a sudden, over a couple of years, it blossomed into having enough people for 11-a-side team, so then we could join the league after a couple of years after it had been founded. And so to promote that, because obviously you always need players, especially the bigger the team gets, then it was always a case of let's get some posters, let's go out, put them out, and we used to make it into a pub crawl, then end up in the clubs, and you just always tried to wear your shirt, tried to talk to people about it, and you get a lot of people, actually young people, come up and say, oh, you're into football, especially in the nightclubs. You go, yeah, and then you go, here's a card, and there's a GFSN, and you actually promote it even when you're out for a social drink without, actually going for that purpose. You'd always have somebody come up to you But now it's passed on. Obviously, I've moved from Brighton, so I don't play for them. I play for left footers now, and it's kind of like someone else has taken on the mantle in Brighton. They've become much more like a serious unit because they've actually got more of the players who are like good players. So they've kind of taken it a step further. So it's nice to see. So
How did you meet?
We'd kind of been aware of each other for quite a long time through the Gay Football Supporters Network things and having met each other at various social occasions. Both of us, through a lot of that time, had been involved in other relationships, and then it just happened one time. It was in the Glasgow National Get-Together when we kind of met, and we were both single at that time, and kind of we got together over that weekend. So it was actually at a football
didn't we both go to that weekend with the sole purpose of just having a really good weekend? Because we were both single. It was like, oh, I can't wait to get away and have a good weekend, go and just have fun. There was no, especially with me, there was no intent on thinking, oh, I need to get involved in another relationship. It was just, and then it just happened from there. So
Very extended weekend then.
yes, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the weekend's been lasting another 5 years now, hasn't it?
Do you intend to stay on together? I mean,
Yeah, we're in a civil partnership now, so we've put pen to paper and silver to flesh, as it were. So we're committed in many ways.
And it's I think because of, even though we didn't actually talk a lot when we saw each other at the get-together and something, but all, like, Pete acknowledged me because he knew that I was part of the Brighton. And of course, you had to acknowledge Pete because he was chairman of GFSN for a while. So obviously, you used to see him when he was, chairing at the end. He used to do a talk at the end of the meetings and stuff, and re-elect the members and things. So you always knew Pete and all that. But it was kind of like somebody just like, hello, how are you, type of thing. But never anything further than that. But there was one time I remember, very early on when we used to go up, because our social group, when we first started, like the three of us would sit in Legends in Brighton and be like, right, the hour's up, no one's turned up, let's go, and we'll do it again next Monday, right, let's change the day to Friday, so, and you just try to get the people on. So sometimes we think, right, let's go to London, because there's more people there, we'll have a night out there, and just to meet other people instead of just sat on our own. So we went out, and I remember this one time, I thought, bloody hell, who's that bloke? He's absolutely pissed. And it was Pete in his lead shirt, like at the back of the room, going, there. And I thought, God, I said, well, that's the way you should enjoy yourself at a GFSN meeting. And then after that, when we got together, and that was still one of my overriding memories of seeing Pete at one of the GFSN meetings, just really drunk in his lead shirt. So he didn't have so much grey hair either.
I didn't have so much grey hair before I met you.
Well, exactly, yeah. Well, at least I bring something to the party.
so what's it like to settle in Walthamstow?
I'm slowly getting used to it because I wasn't too keen at first. But when I moved here, Pete had a flat in Highgate, and I think it was just the whole shock of just so many people here, and it was so quiet in Highgate. But I'm slowly getting used to it, and of course now with the dog you get kind of involved in the dog community in the park. So now it's a bit more, you see people and you go, all right, I'm morning or whatever, and it's slowly getting better. But it was hard at first for me. So
I've always liked Walthamstow. I mean, I actually like the diversity of it. And a few weeks ago, on a Sunday, there was a big Hindu festival just going past the road. And yesterday, walking the dog in the park, there's a guy learning the trumpet and doing Latin trumpet in the park. And so it's just everybody lives here, and it's a pretty good mix. It has its social problems, but overall, I'd rather live here than somewhere where it's kind of a monoculture.
Some of the places the guys at work talk about this is great.
Yeah.
So
What's it like to be civil partners?
just seems no different to me.
Yeah. I think I felt a difference when we first became civil partners, and I think as time goes on you kind of get used to it. It did feel different when we first became partners for me. I felt more grounded in the relationship. I felt as though this was something that was set in stone now.
So you're going to get involved in the Olympics?
I've looked at it, but I don't know yet. It's kind of like, I'm not sure. So
It's on your doorstep.
yeah, that's it. And
It
also, there won't be like there's always a place for somebody, some kind of volunteer somewhere. But it's I don't know. I actually haven't looked at it fully myself, so maybe that's a bit lazy on my part for not looking to see what's there. So.
Are you going to create a gay element, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a particular desire for that because I'm past the age where I'm fitness where I'd be able to play anyway in terms of the football, and there were gay games going on all the time in any case, and I wonder if maybe we shouldn't, because this is the Olympics and we shouldn't. I think the Olympics should be about diversity anyway, and it should encompass everybody. So I don't think that there's a need for people to splinter off and say, oh, well, this is the gay version of this, and this is, you don't have a white version of a black version of a men's version, a women's version. The Olympics is for everybody. So I would like for that not to happen. We have the gay games anyway.
Is there anything else you want to say before you go shopping?
Not really. Just I think the whole way of like the gay football came together, especially when I used to play football without having to look for a gay team because I could play, play pub teams and with the teams I formed myself. So that was okay because if you're an okay player, a lot of people kind of weren't too worried about the gay element of it. If you were rubbish and then you were gay, you don't open yourself up for a lot of stick from men. So it's kind of, if you're an okay player, you always got away with it and it's fine. And that, but as you get older and you think, well, I'd like to play, but the teams I used to play in, I'd never be able to play because it's just too fast. And physically, I'm not as fit as I used to be. But with the gay side of it, you can go along, even if you didn't have a team, you could go along to like the TFSM weekend or one of the tournaments, and you could say, well, I've registered as a player, and they'll find you a team and you can play. And that to me at 47 and still wanting to maybe a run around for half an hour or so. I mean, that's fantastic. And also the kickabouts with left footers is good for that as well. Because there's no hassle, you don't have to be a great player. Nobody's giving you coaching or direction. You just go down, the jumpers are on the floor, and everybody runs around like headless chickens and has a good time. It's really good fun. So that part of it I enjoy, especially with the gay side of it, because it's opened up, it's extended, say, like a so-called football career, if you get what I mean. So that's good, that side of it.
I just think that certainly with regard to football, it's really encouraging that there are so many teams now, particularly in London. There are lots of other teams now, so really whatever standard you are, there is a team for you, and that will fit in with the way that you want to play and the standard that you are as well. Because if you're not particularly interested in winning and you just want to have a bit of fun, then there is left footers. If you're very physically fit and you're very committed to playing and training, there are teams like Stonewall, there are teams like Falcons, and there are stages in between as well with teams like Titans as well. So there are lots of things that you can do, and wherever you are and whatever standard you are, there is a team that would suit you.